Well, would you believe me if I told you in the past maybe 3 years, I've only bought tampons or pads only twice. And most of it was actually to stock it in my house for my friends who come over to sleep. As for myself, that has not been the case. And this is because I switched to using reusable menstrual products for the past 2 years. So it has been quite some while. Hi, my name is Olave, and today we will be talking about menstrual products that are reusable. That's what I've been on for the past 2 years. Now I know you might have heard of the cups. That's the one that's most common, and probably for the initiatives that are trying to dignify girls in particular spaces where there's low income areas. You've heard of probably other types of reusable sanitary products, but today we get to learn the whole range of it. So we are talking discs, we're talking cups, we're talking reusable pads, we are also talking menstrual pants, which I don't think you knew existed. So let's get into it. Before I get to tell you about each and every product, let's first learn why I even switched to reusable menstrual products to begin with, and why women are switching, or why you should also switch. I hope I can convince you. One, and the biggest one, is money. At the end of the day, it saves you so much money. I can't compare how much I spent on tampons. We know that a pack of tampons is right about 350 shillings. So if you think about buying that every month, and probably you're not just buying one pack, because I, on my second day of the period, ran through half a pack of the super tampons. So you can imagine how many tampons I need in just 1 month. So if you do the calculation, buying a product that only costs you right about 2,000 Kenyan shillings, and you get to use it for over 5 years, really does the math for you. Number two is the comfort. This one I only got to learn after I started using reusable menstrual products. And honestly, I know people are scared because you're like, the insertion of things into your vagina. But let me tell you, once you get comfortable with it, it actually makes sense. I could go 12 hours having worn a cup. And that is something that is not possible with tampons or pads without risking my life, right? And also something, it's very convenient. I remember times when you are in Shags, you forgot your period starts, you're supposed to go get a pad. Let me tell you, the first shop in Shags is kilometers away. So these days when I'm in Shags visiting my parents and I have my period cup with me, it's no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. All I need is clean water, and I'm sure I'm taken care of for the entire period. I will be there. And also the last one, but also very important, is our environment. Now, where I grew up, I'm a village girl. We used to pick all of the ones you've used and then you go and burn them. But you see, that's not good for the environment. If you're throwing them into a latrine, it will fill up. If here in Nairobi, I don't know, you collect them, I don't know where you're taking them. But at the end of the day, when we're using reusable menstrual products, we are also taking care of our environment. Now let's get into each of the products. First things first, we're going to start with the menstrual cup that you probably know about, or is the most common one. And usually this one collects your blood. As the name suggests, it's a cup. Unlike tampons or pads that absorb the blood or rather could block the blood, this one just collects your blood. So at the end, if you remove it, you can see how much blood you have shed. Can it get lost inside you? That is something that people who are first timers are often worried about. It cannot. This is silicone. Once it enters your canal, it actually opens up and it looks like this. This cannot move up your body unless you are doing my style deadly. This cannot move up your body. So you shouldn't be worried about it getting disappearing inside you. For sizes, because people are also often worried that maybe it's too much to go in, tampons are easier. So we have different sizes of cups. If you are under the age of 25 or you have not given birth, you use the smaller cup. And if you've given birth and you're over the age of 25, you can use bigger cups, but it also is dependent on your lifestyle. So there are some people, if maybe the floor of your uterus is a bit lower, you might want to use a smaller cup. So at the end of the day, it really depends on what fits you, but yes, there's different sizes for the cup. Let's get to the learning how to insert it. So the cup is, I wouldn't say it's the easiest to learn. It has a learning curve. So right about 3 cycles before you get to learn really how to put it in very well, but it's pretty simple. This is a cup. you usually press it so that it takes this shape, and then fold it again into probably 4s. So it will look something like this, yeah? And then you insert it into your vagina. Once it's gone in, then you let it open up, and you can twist it just so it goes into position well. And usually you'll feel the suction. You can feel that it's now set in well, and you can stay with it now up to 12 hours, depending on what type of flow that you're having. How to remove it? This is a funny story, because if you don't know how to remove it, you'll come and tell us a story. So how you're removing it, if it's a little up your canal, you can pull it down a little, but don't pull it all the way out because it will be a bit painful. Then pinch the edge right at the bottom here to break the seal. You remember we said it had suction to break the seal, and once you feel the seal is broken, you'll feel a pop. Once you feel the seal is broken, then you can take it out. And you will have all your blood collected here, and you can see how much blood you actually shed. So once you're done with your period, how you clean it is you will boil it. That's how you sterilize it for about 5 to 10 minutes. And usually in between your period, you don't need to do that. While you're on your period, once you remove it, you wash it with clean water only, cold water if possible, and then return it back. Once your period is complete, kabisa, that's when now you boil it. That is to sterilize it. And then you keep it in a breathable bag until next month again. So as I've said, the first time you try the cup will be a bit uncomfortable because you still have to learn how to use it. It was the same thing with pads, it was the same thing with tampons. So at the end of the day, you will have maybe 2-3 cycles, then you will have learned it. If you're a fast learner, even with your first cycle, maybe on the 2nd or the 3rd day, you will have learned how to put it in, but give it 2 or 3 cycles. So that means right about 3 months if you're getting your period every 21 days. So a cup ranges between 500 to 650 shillings, depending on what size you are taking from cuppie.co.ke. Next is the disc. It looks really beautiful, and the disc, as much as it's easier to insert, it might be a bit more complex. So for beginners, I would advise that you go with a cup, but for the discs are people who've probably used the cups and it's easier to transition to the disc. The disc is a bit more complex because of the way that it is positioned. Once you've put it in, it goes to the base of your uterus. So it has to go in way deeper than where the cup goes. So that makes it a bit more complex. The learning curve is longer. So for inserting the disc, I said simpler. You will have to pinch it so that it makes an 8 and then insert it while it's like this. So this makes it easier because it takes the shape of a tampon, it takes the shape of the surface area is smaller, and once you insert it, you'll have to be in a squatting position and then push it towards the back as if you're pushing it towards your anus, and that is where it will settle. And also you'll feel it fit, you'll feel it pop, and that will tell you that it's now positioned well. For removing the disc, you can pull on this string here just for a bit like we did the cup as well, and then hold the base of the cup and then pull it out gently. The disc holds more than the cup actually. For the discs, we have sizes that can hold up to 60 ml, while the cup, the biggest we have, holds just about 32 ml. The disc goes for 850 shillings on cuppie.co.ke. What we have here next is the reusable pads. So this one is you're very familiar with because you've been using the disposable ones as well. Same concept, it has wings so it can secure to your pant, and the only difference is that this type of pad you can actually wash it and reuse it again. So it's good for the environment as well. So for cleaning up the reusable pads, first you can soak it in cold water, leave it for a while. Actually the blood will separate from the fabric, and then you can come back and wash it with mild soap and clean cold water still. So once you're done with your period and you want to keep it for next time, you can put it into boiling water, leave it boiling for about 10 minutes, then sun dry it. It is very important to sun dry your reusable pads, and then after you're done, keep it nicely in a breathable bag until next time or until next month. As we said, reusable menstrual products are actually very friendly to your pocket. To get the reusable pads at cuppie.co.ke, you will only part with 200 to 350 Kenyan shillings. Next, we have the period panty or the menstrual underwear, which is basically just an underwear. It's as simple as that, but it is installed with a pad. So then that will take care of your period. It's as simple as that. You actually wear your period pant the way you'd wear your pad any other day, or the way you'd wear your cup or your disc. It's able to accommodate your entire flow for a particular period. But sometimes you feel like your flow is too heavy, or sometimes you just don't know if you'd have an oopsie. So sometimes you can pair it with a cup or a disc and then wear your period pant just for reinforcement. For the period pant, just like the menstrual pad, you soak it in cold water for a bit, let it sit, and then come back and wash it with cold water and a mild soap. No, please don't use a fabric softener at any point. It will actually block the material that has been used to make the panty, so it is not good for the product in the long run. So just use mild soap and cold clean water. That's all you need to clean your period panty. The period panty only goes for 1,800 on cuppie.co.ke. So you might be wondering which one is right for you. First, analyze the type of lifestyle that you have. Where are you in your period journey? Let's say you're just starting out, you're a teenager, you're young adult. So we would advise you start probably with a smaller cup. And then for people who are just starting out with reusable products and you're not sure about insertion, you can first transition into using reusable pads, or maybe the period panty, and that should slowly then introduce you into using reusable menstrual products. As for people who are very active, you love swimming, you're in the gym, you can use the cup or the disc. Actually nothing moves, so everything is intact. And for my commando girlies, if you don't want that panty line, you also have your disc and your cup to do that for you. So at the end of the day, just find something that works for you. A heavier flow, you might want to explore the disc. A lighter flow or something more comfortable and you're just starting out, you might want to explore the cup. So at the end of the day, first analyze your life and see what fits into your life first comfortably. And you can always call Cuppie and just let them advise you on what you can get. The reusable menstrual products are a beautiful gift to give back to the society, or to even give someone that you love. So think of it as the people back in Shags. I know here in the city we are very exposed to so many options, but think of your cousin back in Shags. Sometimes they miss school just because they're on their period. Sometimes they have to make makeshift pads because they're on their period. We've seen them use tissue, banana leaves. So gifting someone back at home, maybe a cousin who's in Shags, these reusable menstrual products will go a long way, because as you've heard, it's something that you use for 5 years, for 10 years. So if you have one, probably you don't need another one in the next few years. So it's a beautiful gift to give to someone that you love, someone you want to introduce to the reusable menstrual products, or someone who genuinely needs it. So like a good student, now you know everything there is to know about reusable menstrual products, the entire family, from cups to discs to reusable pads to period panties. And you can get all your reusable menstrual products from cuppie.co.ke. If you're a bit worried and you need someone to walk you through your first cycle, contact them through WhatsApp, and all the information is in the description below.